2023. What is going to happen in the real estate investing and, most importantly, the wholesaling real estate industry? Well, guys, in this video, I'm going to break down exactly my full predictions, my winners and losers in wholesaling real estate for 2023, and exactly the ultimate game plan, guide, and everything you have to know about 2023 and what this is going to bring for wholesaling real estate specifically, and exactly how you can navigate these crazy times we're having in 2023 for wholesaling real estate. So my name is Zach Ginn. I've done over 1,000 real estate wholesaling deals, and my goal here is to teach you wholesaling real estate for free. For most people, the goal is to help you make your first 100K. Then from there, I can help you go from about 100K to $1 million. From there, I can help you scale up even more. But really, for most people watching this, they're trying to make their first 100K, right? They're trying to make the first $500,000, right? They're trying to, first of all, get their consistent deals going. And if you do not know what's going on with the times and you don't know how to adapt, you might be a statistic, right? You might be the person that quit wholesaling because the market shifted a little and you're screwed, right? When the honest truth is, if you know exactly how to shift the right way, you're going to be fine. And this is what I want to break down today. And I'm not here to give you a doom and gloom, everything's going to crash, the world's ending, because it's not. What I can tell you is in wholesaling real estate, and I'm just going to give you the quick synopsis, and we're going to get into the details on it that you guys need to know. Let's break down the number one thing, okay? There's going to be more deals in 2023 than ever in wholesaling real estate. So spoiler alert for everybody. In 2023, there's actually going to be more wholesaling deals than ever. Number two, this is a very, very, very important thing. If you're not willing to do what it takes to become successful in 2023, you'll not become successful, right? If you're not willing to actually put hard work in this business, you will end up like the people that just want to get rich quick, right? And if you want to get rich the right way, which it might take you 2 or 3 months to actually learn the process and get really good at it, and you're actually willing to put your mind to work and you're actually willing to go out here and take the action, you'll become successful, right? But I want people to know we're going to do more deals this year. The markets might be a little weirder, right? And we're going to focus a lot more on cash buyers. But there's going to be more deals. And if we learn how to pull cash buyers the right way, you're actually going to be able to make more money in 2023 than ever. I was able to make at the last part of 2022 more money than in the first part of 2022. And the honest truth from that is because I knew how to shift the right way. My dad, Rick, wholesaling since 2002, right? 2001. I've learned pretty much everything I know from him. And looking from statistics that he showed me, looking at analytics of real estate and everything like that, people that are not willing to learn history are doomed to repeat it. And everyone thinks the 2008 is coming. It's not. This is going to be more of a 1970s, 1980s type thing. And that's really what I want to share today, my knowledge and expertise on this field, and really what's going to bring it for everywhere. Now, the one disclaimer I have to let everybody know is, nobody's an expert when they make predictions, right? I can only give you the best I can know and the best trajectory to be, right? This is kind of like predicting a hurricane. I can tell you what general direction it's going, but I can't tell you if it's going to hit Florida in the north or the south or the east. I don't know. I know generally there's a hurricane coming, and I know where the areas you should be concerned on, but I can't tell you exactly everything. So just want everybody to understand that disclaimer. We're going to do more deals this year. I'm going to show you exactly how to do these more deals, because there's going to be areas and pockets in the country where there's actually going to be less deals and pockets where there's going to be more deals. So a lot of great stuff, really a lot of good stuff. We got housing price predictions from the top sources. We got some interesting things. And most importantly, I'm going to bring up some very important things about wholesaling that your real estate investing prediction thing is not going to say, because I know the wholesaling real estate in and out. I eat, breathe, live it every single day. And I know what I've seen in my market, virtual markets around the country, and talking to hundreds of thousands of wholesalers, exactly what's going on with this. So without further ado, before I break everything down, do me a big favor, guys. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. So guys, make sure you smash that like button, hit that subscribe. Comment below your questions. Love to help you out, guys. And really, we're going to break it all down, guys. And I would love to get anyone else's opinion if you have questions on this. But what I want to let everybody know is what wholesaling is going to in the future. And is this illegal? Is this the worst thing in the world? I'm going to break it all down. And I'll give a spoiler. Wholesaling real estate is legal in all 50 states. Maybe there's one state that you have to kind of skirt around some things. But legally, you can still wholesale in this if you haven't done a deal, right? So we're going to break it all down. We're going to share everything you need to know, and we're going to get into it. So without further ado, I'm excited. I'm jacked up because I'm going to help you become a better wholesaler today, a more knowledgeable wholesaler. And one thing to get you jacked up, before I get you even more jacked up, is I can tell everybody watching this, most wholesalers in your market, I would say most wholesalers in general, do not watch this YouTube channel. They do not. They don't watch it at all. They listen to Broke Guru, or they don't listen to YouTubers at all. And what I can tell you is, because of that, you're going to get specific market knowledge about what to do in 2023 that your competition's actually not going to know about. And if you know exactly how to zig and zag the right way, you're going to be actually going to be able to get deals that your competition's not going to be able to. So this is a very exciting time. So let's break it down. Let's get it going. And it's wholesaling time, baby. Woo!
Get the fuck out of bed, bitch. Go. Get up, and then they got go. Time to wake up, bitch. Get up. Get up. Get up.
Let's go. I'm excited, guys. I'm ready to go. And let's get this going, guys. I'm just jacked up, guys. You know, I'm always excited to start wholesaling real estate every single day. And I'm excited to teach wholesaling real estate to you. So let's really break everything down. Let's break down the entire wholesaling real estate process for you to know what to do in 2023, because we got a lot we want to break down. There's a lot I want to really share with you guys. And really, there's a lot of great stuff y'all need to understand. So let's kind of break down some big topics first, and then we'll go into some smaller topics, if that makes sense. And I'm going to pop this up so people can just know in the bottom right-hand corner. If you guys want to learn wholesaling for free, go to freewholesaling.com. That's my free real estate wholesaling course. So let's kind of break this down, and let's really share exactly everything you need to know about wholesaling houses in 2023 and exactly what's going to work. So the first thing that we need to understand, and this is going to be a very important thing, and this is kind of the most, talked about thing, but for 2023, but what's going to go on in the economy, right? The economy for 2023. And y'all can roast me about my handwriting. I know it's terrible, but I still keep going, right? So let's think about the economy for 2023. What's going on, right? We got some things we have to really look at to really understand what's going on for us and how we're going to do well, right? So the first thing we got to understand is rates, right? So you just got to understand about mortgage rates and how they work, right? Because interest rates are most likely going to go up. Now, they're not going to go up insane, but slightly. So what does this mean, right? So I just want everybody to understand this. I've done this before and I've talked about this forever, so I'm not going to really go into a full thing. But let's say we have a $250,000 house, okay? Just so people can really understand this kind of from the beginning, right? We have a $250,000 house in the beginning of 2022, okay? Me and my wife, we want to go buy a property, and our budget for buying it is we can only afford $1,000 for a mortgage, right? Money's tight for us, right? $1,000 is a mortgage, right? So let's say $2,000. Let's do, because the average mortgage is a lot higher than that. Let's say the most I can afford, me and my wife, the most we can afford is, let's say, $1,500 a month, okay, for a mortgage. Actually, let's just do $2,000 because that is close to the average. We can only afford $2,000 a month, and that's going to be the best. And realtors like, oh, that's perfect, right? Now it's $2,250. I think it's a little more than that, but we're going to use this for just quick examples, quick math. Let's just do an amortization calculator. All right, 3% at $250. Let's not get cute or anything with anything. What is that going to be? That's going to be roughly, all right, let's do 300 then. If I put everything in there, let's say 300. Let's call this, let's do a $300,000 house at 3%, okay? Let's just make it really simple. All right, let's do real numbers for you. So a $250,000 house is going to be I don't do down payments, anything crazy like that, PMI, anything. Let's just call it, that's going to be $1,000 a month for my mortgage. Okay. If I'm just doing monthly principal and interest, now we're not going to get anything crazy. It's probably going to cost $2,000 after everything because insurance, all the stuff, and repairs. But so $250,000 house is going to be $1,000 if the interest rate is, let's say, 3%. Okay. That was really low, right? Now, starting in 2023, because of the economy and inflation's popping up, Jerome Powell keeps rising the rates. The rates keep going up and up and up and up and up, which basically means that this couple that was $1,000 budget, if I want to buy this $250,000 decent house, right? That means rates are probably going to hit 7.5 this year. It's very, very likely it's at basically 7 right now, but at 7.5, which is what we're going to see pretty much in 2023, my personal opinion, the cost of that $250,000 house is going to rise up to around, let's do the calculations here, about $1,750. Okay. So $1,750, which, that's not good. That means I can't afford this, right? Like we only have $1,000. Shoot. What are we going to do? Right. This is how the entire economy is going to work, right? This is the average person. This is how real estate works, right? That means the average person, because their mortgage rate just went up 50, 60%, they're going to have to buy a cheaper house, which means they're going to have to go from buying a house from 250 grand to all the way down to $150,000, which means this is going to be the target for a lot of people in a lot of markets, which means they just have to downgrade on their house. Now, theoretically, if we're looking at math here, that means the real estate market, and I'm not saying this is what's going to happen, but theoretically, because of interest rates rising that rapidly, real estate should go down by 40%. Now, it's not, okay? It's not, but you look at economics, if it's 40% more expensive, like roughly, to buy a piece of real estate, if it's 40% more expensive to get a mortgage on a home, prices should go down 40%. That makes sense. But because demand is still so high, no. Okay, the rates, they're affecting it a little, but they're cooling it down a little. But things are, honestly, what we're really down for right now, if you really want to look at the true numbers, we're probably down 10%. And that's actually pretty good. So it's actually, that's terrible. Okay, Christmas colors going down. Pretty much prices are down 10% off the board. So really, that's equivalent to $165,000 house in 2022, right? So really, if you look at the economy here and you look at all the prediction, well, it's going to go down even more, right? So real estate most likely might go down 5 to 15%, right? Which isn't really that crazy. Like if you really like, this is worst case doomsday stuff. We have people that are predicting it's going to go up, it's going to go down, it's going to go sideways, it's going to do whatever. I'm going to show you the stats that I see on here. But that being said, if we know how the economy is going to work for 2023 for real estate home buyers, think about this for your cash buyers, because this is how cash buyers work, right? That being said, what's going to happen here? This means the general economy, your cash buyers, these real estate investors, these average people looking to buy a mortgage, they're just going to have to be going after cheaper real estate. So if you're looking at the broad real estate market, most cash buyers, most people looking to buy properties to live in, they're going to want to probably buy properties that are a lot cheaper so they can afford that $1,000 a month mortgage, right? Now, double it for, 300, 400, 500, whatever market you're in. But like, things are getting a little crazy, aren't they? So that being said, rates most likely are going to go up probably 0.5%. Okay. So let's erase all this stuff. That means, so we're looking at interest rates right now. Interest rates most likely are going to be 0.5 to 1% at most. Now, a lot of people are predicting, and I've seen every economist and their mom predict this, right? Most likely what's going to happen is with the rates, right? With mortgage rates, we're at 7% right now, right? Right now, people are predicting it's going to go to 7.25. And that's, all right. half a quarter basis point. Now, I know basis points don't equal the mortgage rate, but let's say after a quarter, it's 0.7, then 0.75, and I think they're going to go down a little more. They should stabilize at 7.1 to 7.2% mortgage. I don't really think it's going to go that crazy, even higher. I think inflation's still going to be insane. But that being said, mortgage rates at the end of the year are not going to be as insane, in my prediction opinion, as in the beginning. So that means there's not going to be crazy price fluctuations with buyers. I really think things are going to be status quo with rates. They're going to go up and they're going to go down. They're going to fluctuate, right? I could be wrong, but really for 2023, I think things are going to be very status quo. They might go down a little, but nothing too crazy, right? Nothing to really affect us too much, right? And this kind of comes back to like having a salary. And that's the way I really look at it. So you look at the real estate market like your salary. If you go from making, $100K a year in a salary, and then your salary for the next year is going to go down to 97,000. Is this really like, I want people to really understand this. Is this really going to affect your life? I want people to be completely like, is that really going to affect your life that much? It's not. You're not going to, like, most families, if their income goes down by $3,000, their lifestyle is not going to change. Nothing's really going to change too crazy, like slightly, but nothing stupid, right? It's not going to change much. And that's the way I look at the interest rates. I don't really see it going to go nuts, and most experts don't see it going nuts. So you look at the economy on the interest rates, not crazy, right? You look at GDP, right? So, and this is for wholesaling. You don't have to understand this like crazy, but GDP, they're saying 3.5% growth still. The federal funds rate, they want to keep that there. So, and the last one's kind of inflation. We're still seeing insane numbers. I don't know, 5 to 7 is probably what most people are seeing. I've seen on articles. So we're looking at the general economy starting out, right? Nothing too crazy going on. And so that being said, that's what we're seeing in the economy. An unforeseen crazy sickness happening, or something stupid, or a war, or something that we don't want. As long as nothing stupid crazy happens in life, which we've seen it happen, Cuban Missile Crisis type thing. As if that doesn't happen, we're going to be fine for like nothing too crazy. So let's kind of talk about the housing market, right? So I've kind of talked about it a little. But what's going to go in the housing market for 2023? Now, I'm not a statistician. I'm none of those things. So what I could tell you is I'm not an expert on it. Let's kind of look at what some quote unquote experts are saying about it and really get it. So I like to look at a lot of statistics, and I think knowledge is power for us. But really what I've seen here is we kind of look here, right? Where is it? Realtor.com is out here predicting some stuff. So in 2023, Realtor.com just popped up here, and they're basically saying that they think buying power is going to be on the decline, quote unquote. Now, I'll just tell you guys with this is realtors are very optimistic. They don't want people to be shaken up on anything. So they're always a little overzealous on what they think. They're just a lot optimistic, and that's okay. Even 2008, they were optimistic. So I take this with a grain of salt, but they're thinking the average mortgage rate is going to be 7.4, which that means it might be 7.7 or whatever, but really 7.4. They're seeing a 7.1 by year end, which might be a 7.3. They think home prices will grow 5.4%, and they think inventory is going to go up 22. I think it's going to go a lot more than that. And growth, I think it's going to be 2 to 3%, right? Nothing too crazy. They give some statistics on it. They look at home builders. Sales are going to fall 13%, which just is pretty simple, right? Now, the one thing Realtor.com says, which is the same thing that I say, I want everyone to understand that if a severe recession comes in, I think we're already going to be in a recession, right? GDPs have negative quote. Can we keep in the recession? I don't know. But they're like, well, this is our prediction, but heck, if things go wrong, what are we going to do? What are we going to know, right? Now, like I've said, there's going to be pockets in the country where real estate's actually going to be going down like crazy. And what I want to show you is there's going to be pockets where real estate's going to go up and down. And it's going to be very market specific. So CBS has some interesting things. So these are going to be these are the biggest, basically Realtor.com has shown these are going to be the biggest pricing downturns. So if you're in this market, I want you guys to just kind of see that this market's probably going to go down the most in prices. Ventura, San Jose, which are kind of Silicon Valley type area, right? We look at Bradenton, which is actually not even a bad market. San Diego, Palm Bay, which is actually a very cheap market where I'm at, but it's too far for me. But a lot of hedge funds were buying in this market, and I don't know why they were. Like, it wasn't too crazy, right? LA, Tampa, Tucson, Fresno, and San Francisco. Those are the worst ones. So these are the ones that are supposed to elevate, right? So Massachusetts, this area, Worcester. I can't even say their name. I can't say that name. Grand Rapids is going to be a good hot market, right? Springfield, Boise, Chattanooga, Indiana, Indianapolis. These are going to be the hottest markets. And these are actually going to be the easiest to sell your cash buyers to. And then these are going to be the hardest ones, right? So you're looking here with 2023, we're going to see a huge surge in these areas. And so for wholesaling, looking for virtual, this might be a decent area, right? So I just want people to understand the average mortgage payment, 28% higher, which is probably going to even rise even more than that. So we see a lot of stuff right here, but there's a lot of articles out here saying this, or that. It's actually very interesting how they look at it, right? And I sort of look at all these are very optimistic, realtor.com. So if I look at actually what the people that actually have to make money in real estate have to say, the actual smart people, I don't know how to say that the right way. I look at people way smarter than me, and they actually have different opinions on the real estate market. So I'm looking at my predictions, everything for you guys. Let's kind of look here. Okay. Goldman Sachs, they say their prediction is real estate's going to go down 5 to 10%. They add further declines will be attributed to higher housing costs, housing in all G10 countries, blah, 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 blah. But he's predicting a 5 to 10% from peak, which we're already about 10% from a peak. So I don't know exactly what they're saying from there. I'm sort of looking at this. Maybe it's down 5%, right? Goldman Sachs is actually the most pessimistic I've seen on here. Lawrence Yun, which is for realtors. He's the chief economics there. He's seeing here, he sees half of the markets out here are going to see declines as large as 10%. But he says growth will stagnate, so nothing really. Now, Ivy Zellman, I think they just put that to scare people out here, but Ivy is looking here that he believes demand will continue to shrink, and he says steeper price cuts. He thinks for 2023 that prices could fall as much as 20%, right? Now, he says in the economy and rates are stubbornly higher than 6%, we could see continue to decline, right? Doug Duncan, economist and vice president at Fannie Mae. He's basically looking at, he says price growing 4.4. He says expecting to fall 1.5%. So nothing too crazy, right? Like I've said, the boat's not going to get rocked too much. And I want people to understand that about your market. Like, it's not going to affect much here. I just want people to kind of have the numbers for them. See a little decline here. Zillow sees it falling a little more. Interactive brokers. So they have a bunch of stuff, right? He says as much as 25%, but I don't see it doing that too much. But just understanding people, like, understanding that. So what does that mean for you, right? So, like, I know everyone's like, why are you bringing me all these stupid statistics, right? Like, what does this mean for me as a wholesaler, right? And if you're looking here and you look at the housing market for 2023, what does this mean for wholesaling, right? Like, that's all we really care about. What's the bottom line for me as a wholesaler? Like, why do I care, right? So I'll give you kind of the bottom line here. There's going to be more distress. So we're going to see an uptick in ugly houses, okay? There's going to be more people that are going to lose their jobs. Not insane, but there's just going to be more people that are losing their jobs they can't afford. So we're going to have an affordability price. So prices are going to be still insane with mortgage rates going up. So there's just going to be more distress. And I want people to understand that. With more distress is going to equal to more deals. So when you're really looking at more distress in the economy, you're actually going to have more deals out here. And if we're looking here on the bottom line, and I just want people, this is the real skinny of everything. I'm not trying to give you something to make you feel good or not, but really the bottom line is prices for your real estate is either going to go -5 to 2%. Okay. So we're going to be at, it's either going to be -5 to 2%. That's going to be the range. All right, so nothing too crazy. All right, now there's some crazy people saying it's going to be negative 20%, which is very unlikely unless something crazy happens. The mean average is 5% negative. Okay, they got 2% here. We got some people saying it could go up to 5%, which I think is very, very high. But hey, that's what they say, right? They think it can go all the way up to 5%. So these are kind of, when you're looking at statistics and data, these are kind of just like the outliers. And this is really what it's looking towards. So that being said, if prices are going to stay pretty stagnant, they're pretty much like if you add -5 and 2% together. So if you really get an average, right? So if you look at that, you're at -3 divided by 2, right? So if you kind of average it out, so the average on the price is real estate's really going to go down. If you really look at it, so if you average everything out together, probably -1.5%. And that's looking at everything, okay? So if prices are going to be down -1.5%, and there's going to be more deals with distress, basically all I got to know is there's going to be more deals and lower prices, which means we're going to make more money. This is really good for us in wholesaling, right? Because the bottom line, what you guys have to understand, in 2023, we're going to make more money in wholesaling because there's going to be a lot more deals out here. And then there's going to be a lot more distress. Now, because there's going to be more deals, there's going to be probably less buyers. And the buyer pool is probably going to be a lot less. Not a lot, but a decently less. So we understand there's going to be more deals and less buyers, which means there's going to be more deals in relatively to less buyers out here because the economy's not really going to move too much, which means people are still going to buy real estate. And the stock market, where people like to put their money, is going to be all over the board. So they're still going to flow into real estate, which means if we really look at it, if you look at the economics, with the more deals and there's still going to be enough buyers out here, you're still going to make more money. Now, what you have to understand here is if we look at 2022 for 2023, that means we're going to spend less time looking for deals if we're going to get more deals. And then from here, we're going to spend more time. Okay, I hope everybody understands this. I hope this makes sense. We're going to spend more time because there's going to be less buyers and less time with doing deals. Now, am I saying do 50-50 split? No. Like what I'm saying is for 2022, when we look at wholesaling for 2022, I would say the best split for people was probably a 90-10 split. Okay, a 90-10 split was very healthy. Okay, and what I mean by a 90-10 split, 90% was looking for deals and marketing, right? So let's just call it marketing, right? Marketing, and then 10% for buyers, right? That was 2022. Now, if I'm looking at 2023, I would say the split's going to change slightly, okay? I'm probably going to say, I would probably just do an 85-15. Nothing crazy, right? Like there's not that less buyers out here, but still enough where we got to switch it up a little where we're going to do a lot more marketing still. Marketing and then buyers. And then if you're really struggling and if things get a little worse, I would probably do an 80 up to 75-25 if you're really struggling. But I think an 80-20 if things get crazy. Okay. So just understanding this is going to be the biggest change, I think, for 2023 for most wholesalers. Just looking at the bottom line, if you're a beginner, you don't really care about mortgage rates, right? Like it doesn't really affect you too much. You just got to know where to look. And really, for most people watching this, if you want to make the most money in your business, especially in wholesaling real estate, you probably should be flowing a little more in 2023 for more buyers, but nothing too crazy, right? Nothing that's going to rock the boat too much. And the only other bottom line, so we're kind of looking at the bottom line here. Like I said before, especially when you're looking at everything. All right, hold on. All right. And really, so we're looking at the bottom line a little more here too. Because we're looking at the bottom line, like I've said, this is a very important part, but cheap real estate will win. Cheap real estate will win. Okay? Because if I'm a landlord, rental prices are going to go down the least on cheaper real estate. Rental properties are going to get hit the worst on more expensive real estate. So that means cheap real estate is going to win. So I want you guys to understand this. Cheap real estate is going to win. And if we can understand this, it's going to help us out. These, for a lot of the country, if the average real estate price, I think in the United States is 400 grand. So that means for wholesaling, what usually works best is 250,000, that range and below and less. So looking at that's 2022, right? If the average house is going to be 389, let's say at worst, we should be looking at anything 200 grand and below. Okay. This is 2023. So that being said, this should be our range. Cheap real estate is going to win. And you might ask yourself, like, Zach, what does that mean? Right? Like, what does that mean for me? How can I actually go after these properties and actually look at them? Like, well, what am I going to do? Okay. Well, this means a couple things. Okay. These are going to be just uglier houses in general, right? So what type of properties are these, right? What type of deals are these, right? These are going to be the under 1,200 square foot homes, right? These are going to be the 2.2s or 2.1s maybe. These are going to be maybe mobile homes, right? Mobile homes, right? Like, you got to look at cheaper real estate, especially if you're in a saturated market or a more expensive market. A lot of these houses are very neglected, right? And you're also look here to older homes. These are the type of real estate you're probably going to be going after in your market. So we got 1,200 square foot homes and less, right? 2.1s or 2.2s. 3.2s also work too, but they got to be cheaper, right? Mobile homes, and then older type of properties. So we're looking here. This is the type of real estate we're going to have to be going after for wholesaling in 2023, especially if you want to get the best deals possible, right? So I see some people in Detroit, Indianapolis. You're probably going to be under 100K in those markets. But still, it's not going to change much, right? So just understand what that means for you in wholesaling. That we're going to do a little bit of shifts, nothing too crazy, nothing that's going to rock the boat. But these are slight changes your competition's probably not going to do. So it's going to actually help you a lot more. Now, I want to break down a concept I've talked about before, but not really too much on the Flip It Work YouTube channel. And this is going to be one that I think is going to be very important for most wholesalers. And this is going to be something I want people to understand. And this is wholesaling specific, okay? And there's one massive issue in wholesaling in 2023 that's kind of happened in 2022 that nobody besides this channel has ever talked about. And there's only one word for it, okay? There's only one word for what we've talked about. It's called coachflation, all right? And what is coachflation? I've said this a million times. It's called coachflation. I could call it guruflation, whatever you want to call it, but let's call it coachflation, all right? Because I include myself into this. Here's the issue. There is a revolving door, okay? People have found out they can make more money selling courses, selling courses than wholesaling. You know why? Because the average guru equal broke. So if I'm a guru and I don't make any money in wholesaling, but I can make content on this and sell a course, maybe I can make 100K a year doing that, right? That means most gurus, because they make no money in wholesaling, they're just going to talk about wholesaling and try to make 100K off of it, right? That's what they do. That being said, that incentivizes all these broke gurus, okay? This incentivizes all these broke gurus to start doing videos and teaching people how to do wholesaling, right? And what does these coachflation people do, right? Including me, I do teach wholesaling, right? So I don't do courses or anything like that, but I do teach wholesaling, so I might be the problem. But we have one huge thing that happened in 2022, really, that's changed a lot, and that's TikTok, okay? Say what you want to say about TikTok, but there's been a huge influx of people flexing, okay? There's a lot of people flexing, just a bunch of money, right? Oh my God, I make all this money wholesaling, and that is going to attract kind of broke kids. And I'm not saying that in a mean way because I was a broke kid, but a lot of broke kids see the flexing and they're like, oh, I want to be like that, right? I want to do all this stuff. And they come in it for the wrong reasons, right? They get into wholesaling for the wrong reasons, okay? They want the Lambo. They want the girls. They want the watch. They want the mansion, right? They want the sick whip, right? You know, they want the whip. They think the whole wholesaling is like a little baby song, right? They want all the stuff, right? And they're flexing. They're all. So the problem with TikTok, it's super viral, and this has happened in TikTok. There's a couple of people in wholesaling that, you know, they might have not made millions in wholesaling, but like they'll show a $50,000 check, and they will influx millions of people into wholesaling to sell a course. And that's not bad, right? Like, not the worst thing in the world, right? But like, a lot of them are coming in here and influxing millions of people to get into wholesaling. Now, I'm not calling this a bad thing because I love wholesaling and there's enough money for everyone, but I just want people to understand that TikTok is influxing millions into wholesaling. And because of the crazy social media engine of TikTok, you're going to have a lot of people that might not make a lot of money that are just teaching people how to get into wholesaling. And that's not bad. I don't call it a bad thing, right? A lot of broke people that have no money at all, but these are millions, okay? A lot of this is going to be just people from international. There's a big international crowd. There's a big virtual crowd, right? There's just a huge crowd of people inflating into wholesaling. And let's say because I've been wholesaling real estate since 2017. So if I look at 2017, I think there was probably, if I could really say this in the right way, I would probably say there was about 500,000 people that were like doing wholesaling and knew about it. Like, it was a very tiny crowd. If I'm looking at 2022, we're probably, because of the mainstream of wholesaling is really getting, I would say we're probably up to 3 million people that know about wholesaling or understand it or things like that, or even have tried it. And that has been a huge, massive spike. Okay. 2023, it's most likely going to double. Okay. I'm just being honest with you guys. It's most likely going to double. And what does this mean? Not here to scare anybody, but cat's out of the bag. Wholesaling is the best wealth building tool for anyone who has no money. And it's probably going to double even more. And why is this going to double? Is it because these gurus are broke and they're tricking me? They're not. So I want people to understand why coachflation is a real thing. All right. So I'm going to look at the average 18-year-old. Okay. Fresh out of high school, right? So let's look at this avatar. Okay. Average kid, nothing wrong with him, right? Let's do it a male, right? So number one, out of high school, right? Doesn't want a 9-to-5 job, thinks that's stupid. Wants to get rich. And probably is most likely wants to get rich fast. Get rich fast. Now, I know we have about a quarter of our people watching us, and I want people to, like, about a quarter of our audience is female. So that's pretty cool. So I would say that 70% male watching this, and then female is about 25%. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think we should be at 50-50, honestly, but whatever. So if I look at this statistic, though, and I want people to understand this, that the amount of people doing stupid stuff in wholesaling are with both genders, but mostly with the crazy young men that don't know what they're doing. And they're a lot more aggressive. So about 25, 75. And for most wholesalers, it's about 90-10, but we're about 75-25. So that's kind of cool. But one thing, if I look at the average 18-year-old male, right, this is going to be 95% of males that are 18 years old. Okay. 95% of males out here are in this demographic. Okay. That's about it. I would say 60% of females are like this. A lot. Females are usually a lot smarter, usually when they're 18. Like they know not to, like, they know about get rich quick schemes, all this stuff, but like they're pretty practical about life, right? They're not ready to take stupid, crazy risks. And, you know, they're not willing to go out here and do stupid stuff, right? Most males are willing to take stupid stuff, especially 18-year-old males. Now, there's females like this out here, but what I can tell you is there's a big statistic. So I'm just talking about males in general, because the males are the ones that do the stupid stuff in wholesaling, okay? I'm just being completely honest. About 80% of the issues are with the males doing stupid stuff because they're super aggressive, and all the wholesalers that have tried to steal deals from me have been males, okay? So let's look at this. 95% of males that are 18 years old are wanting to get hella yoked, hella jacked, and they want to get a Lambo, and they want all this. They want all this money, right? Like, it's just, right? Like, I think everyone understands that, okay? And guys, I was 17. I wanted to make a ton. Every single person pretty much wants to make a bunch of money, not working 9 to 5, live that awesome life, right? And in 2017, there wasn't these crazy male influencer type guys that are trying to like show you the Lambo, and that there are some, but they weren't as crazy as they were now, right? And it was more about living the life of your dreams, right? So you look at the average 18-year-old, they want to do this, okay? And if we're looking at it here, so what does most 18-year-olds do, right? They look for side hustles. They look at ways to actually do this. So how do you actually achieve this goal, right? Make a bunch of money fast and do all this stuff, right? This is why coachflation's a thing. So I just want everyone to understand the cat's out of the bag. And this is why a lot of you guys are watching this channel. So I'm not making fun of anyone, but like, let's look at how to make money, okay? Let's look at make money in 2023. I want people to understand why, because you got to understand why before you understand what to do about it, okay? So if you look at this, okay? So, all right, I'm 18 years old. I want to make a bunch of money. What do I do? All right, so I have these lists, right? I go on TikTok. That's where mostly they're all YouTube. You're going to have one guy telling you to do Amazon FBA. One guy's going to tell you to do a social media marketing agency. That's going to be the best one, right? Next guy's going to say do Forex, right? One's going to do this crazy coin farming thing, whatever it's called, right? Day trading is going to be the next one. You know, I can do garage sale flipping, garage sales, right? That's another one I can do. It goes on and on forever, right? I can be a realtor. I can do that. You know, I can do some other crazy stuff. I can do solar. Like, there's all these little side hustles out here, okay? And then you got one other one, and this isn't talked about too much, right? This is the one that's talked. Then you got wholesaling real estate. All right. If I'm missing one, let me know, because I'll talk about all of them. But then you got wholesaling real estate. Now, here's the issue with all these type of side hustles and, you know, the digital marketing type thing. And digital marketing is social media marketing. I kind of call it there. What's the issue here? Okay. So let's really talk about this so we can really understand this. Okay. So if I have $0, like legit, most of these 18-year-olds have no money. Okay. Like, they have $0. I pretty much $0 starting out. Which one of these things I can do with $0? Okay. Amazon FBA, it's probably going to, first of all these things, pretty much for most people, for 99%, these are going to be $1,000 courses. Okay. So first of all, if you have no money, you're kind of screwed, right? This is why I give everything out for free, right? It's kind of stupid, but like, these all have courses. But let's look outside. Let's see if you can learn on YouTube, right? Amazon FBA, it's probably going to cost you $3 to $5 grand to really get started, right? Like, you got to do marketing. You got to actually go out here and get really good at your things. It's probably going to cost me around, oops. Can I go back here? Yeah. I'm looking here. Amazon FBA. All right. That's going to cost me around probably $3 grand to get started. Okay. Social media marketing agency. I'm going to have to DM like crazy. I'm probably going to spend $1 grand getting started. And that's a crazy game too to play, because you have to get really good at it. And you're going to have to market like crazy. It's probably one of the better ones, but it's still not my favorite. It's still going to cost you at least $1 grand to actually get your stuff going, right? You got to get a lot of stuff going. Forex, stupid, right? Because when you really look at Forex, that's going to cost you at least $3 grand on the bat to start trading. currencies. If I do this crazy coin trading thing, I'm going to have to bring up 3K probably up front. Day trading, maybe $2,000. They're going to tell you. That's not bad, but like still, you're going to just drop $2,000 into it, right? So I'm thinking of an 18-year-old kid, right? Garage sale flipping is not too bad, but still you're going to need at least $100 to $250 starting out, which isn't bad, but it's time intensive and it's very saturated, right? And you can't really make more. You're really capped at $100,000. Like you can't really make more than $100,000 a year or less with garage sales. So this is why it's actually one of the best like free ones out. It's actually not the worst side hustle in the world, but you can't make more than $100,000. So if I want to make a Lambo, I can't do that, right? Now, if I want to be a realtor, that's going to cost me at least $2,000 off the bat. Like it's actually pretty expensive to be a realtor if you really look at it. So that's not really a good option, right? So I look at solar, right? I'm going to be a solar sales. Again, I'm going to be capped at, I can't make more than $100K doing that. And then that's going to be a job, right? That stinks too. And I'm looking at these too. So the next thing too is a lot of these people want to live on a yacht, right? Oh, I want to live in a yacht. I want to wholesale virtually from the beach. So if I want to be on the beach, you can do Amazon. Oops. You can really do Amazon FBA on the beach. So that's virtual, right? That's virtual. Forex is virtual. The coin thing is virtual. Day trading is virtual, right? Garage sale is not virtual, so I can't do that, right? So if I'm looking at, that's like completely gone. Solar's not virtual, and being a realtor is not virtual. So that means we're stuck with paying $3,000 to do these stupid little side hustles that obviously cost courses to do. And then I got wholesaling. This crazy guy named Zach saying, all I need is $0 and all I need is a computer. And he keeps showing proof. No other guru shows proof. No other like these guys show proof. And so for most 18-year-olds watching, they're looking here and wholesaling is actually legit. It is completely legit. So if I'm looking at these side hustles, it's like I kind of do a pros and cons list. I don't get my Lambo. Wholesaling real estate wins, right? Like just wholesaling wins, right? Like I can actually pull a government list from Venezuela if I have an internet connection and just start wholesaling, right? Completely legal. So you're looking at the average 18-year-old guy and he's looking at all and gal. They're looking at these things. There's only one winner, right? Like there's only one winner. So these don't work. This doesn't work. Wholesaling real estate is my only option, right? And that is the thing. And here's the issue. This is why wholesaling is growing so rapidly. Because it is truly the only one really out here where it has all the benefits of it. And it costs $0. So this is why wholesaling has grown so much. And it's probably going to double again. Because TikTok people keep talking about it. People could just keep, and I keep talking about it because I love it so much that it's growing. And because it's inevitable, if I die tomorrow, wholesaling's still going to double. So why don't I just go out here and teach people at least for free, right? And because the problem is when you don't get good information, these 18-year-old kids are going to do stupid stuff, unethical, unmoral stuff. It's going to be terrible. So that's why I got to give the info out for free. But that being said, this is why people choose wholesaling real estate in 2023, because it is the best side hustle ever. There's proof. All you need is computer, $0. And unfortunately, what I want everyone to understand is because our following has grown probably the most out of any guru out here. Really, we had no followers a couple of years ago till now because I show the proof and everything like that. That means this info, that means the secret is out about us giving out for free. We're still the only ones to give wholesaling real estate for free. So unfortunately, our following is probably going to 2x by next year, just because the market is going to grow by 2x. Our following is probably going to 2x by next year, which means there's going to be double the amount of people in your market that are going to learn the strategies that I teach for free. So that means now, okay, like this means 2023, this is the year after you have to start getting some momentum because everybody in your market's going to start figuring out the wholesaling secrets that I give out. It's just going to get more and more, okay? We are approaching an insane amount of people hopping on a free wholesaling course. It's just growing like crazy. I can't even hop on the growth, okay? We have the largest mastermind in the country. It's insane. So the secret's out. The information we give out absolutely for free is just going to become more and more pronounced. It's going to be more and more people hopping on. And unfortunately, that means it's going to get harder to hop on the one-on-ones. It's just the more people that hop on, it's going to get harder for everyone. And heck, my Instagram went from, I think, 10,000 beginning in 2022 to over 170,000 right now in a year. And that's just growing like crazy too. So unfortunately, the secrets that we're giving out is just, it keeps popping up. I went from on TikTok 0 followers to 100,000 in 2022 alone. Okay. And then TikTok banned me for teaching wholesaling, which is banned in Europe. So they got upset with me on it. They didn't like that. So I kind of went hard in the paint there. Just all these people keep following. And that means it's going to get harder for you to wholesale with this free information. The paid information is going to be even worse because the gurus are broke. But I'm just letting you know, the secret of wholesaling is becoming more free to everybody. And that's going to get a little harder for you guys out here. So this is the time now. Okay. Wholesaling is going to get more saturated. Nobody ever talks about this. The gurus love it because there's more people they can sell their stupid, stinking, broke guru courses to. But you got to understand that. And because of that, there's going to be a lot more new people. And if you're new watching this, I want you guys to understand, is wholesaling illegal? Okay? Is wholesaling illegal? Okay? I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm none of those things. Okay? But what I can tell you is I've talked to plenty of lawyers. Wholesaling is legal in all 50 states. Okay? I love it when people, I love the comments I'm going to get some fun comments. Oh, my mom's sister's aunt told me, who's a realtor, that wholesaling is banned. It is banned. You cannot wholesale. It is banned. Straight to jail. You try to wholesale, they put you in cuffs, straight to jail. They lock the key, 50 years. You go to jail, right? I love these comments. I love it. I love it. There's not one lawyer who's ever told me this. Wholesaling is legal in all 50 states. Now, there's rules in some states, and I'll write them down for you if you're looking for 2023, the legality guide to it, right? So there's only one state that's really not good, and that is going to be Illinois. And Illinois has a law that you can't wholesale more than one deal a year. Okay? And really the law is written where you can't actually do more than one real estate. Like you can't buy more than one deal yourself without a realtor. Now, you would have to be a realtor to get around this, okay? And then you talk to a lawyer and they can tell you some other things. This law is not being enforced. Okay? I don't know how to say this the right way, but no one's enforcing it because the law is actually unconstitutional. But they just did the thing. No one's ever being enforced because it's actually an unconstitutional law. So they're actually not actually doing anything about it. But there's ways around it. Talk to a lawyer. They can show you ways around to do it. There are ways with that law you can go around it, but I'm not talking about you need to talk to a lawyer to be doing that. Okay? That being said, that's Illinois. Okay? You can get around that pretty easy, but you just got to understand that. I'd probably say Illinois is the only state you should get a real estate license to start wholesaling. Outside of that, we have other laws, right? So let's kind of look at here, right? So everyone's talking, Ohio. I don't care that your auntie's guru said it, okay? There's over 100 deals a month from wholesalers that I know in Ohio, okay? I have about 100 deals a month. I get proof of people I know, friends that wholesale in there, and they don't have a license, and they should be locked in jail right now, but they are not because wholesaling is legal in Ohio. So that's proof number one. Number two, I've read the laws in Ohio. It's legal to wholesale there. I don't know what any guru keeps talking about this, but I've never been getting one law about this because if there was a law, then those wholesalers I know in Ohio would have actually stopped wholesaling, but they don't. I don't know why people keep talking about that, but wholesaling is legal in Ohio. Let's talk about Arizona, Nebraska, and then Oklahoma. Okay? Let's talk about these states. They have a law about intent. Okay? And about marketing. Actually, no. Let's do Nebraska and Oklahoma first. Okay? They have a law about marketing. Oh, I heard banned. It's not banned. Marketing public marketing is banned for wholesaling in these states, which at freelisting.com, I break it all down. But really what that means is I can't be a realtor, which means don't act like a realtor. That is what the law really states. And actually, I don't agree with the law, but I understand where it's going. It's not really that bad, which basically means don't act like a realtor. So what does that have to do? What is a realtor? Okay. A realtor is somebody that lists a house for sale that doesn't own it. Okay. They are an agent for the seller. Okay. Let's really understand this. I want people to really get their minds going on this. A realtor is somebody that lists a property for sale that doesn't own it, and it's very clear that they're an agent for the seller. Okay. They're selling it on the seller's behalf. They are selling real estate. Okay. So I want people, I'll put this in green. Okay. That means they are selling a house. That is what a realtor does. A realtor sells a house. Now, what is this law? This is the only really law that they have there about. So what does this law really show? That means if I'm a wholesaler sells a house. No, we sell a contract. Okay. We're selling a contract, and the contract is a piece of paper, basically an agreement to buy a house. Okay. Agreement to buy a house. Hope this makes sense. So now we understand that a contract is an agreement to buy a piece of real estate. We in real estate, we sell a contract. We do not sell a house. All right. I want people to really, let's really understand this together. Okay. So what's going on here? All right. A realtor, they're trying to sell a house. A wholesaler sells a contract. That is it. So if I can't sell the contract, I'm not stuck, right? That's the point in wholesaling. So the issue is, and this is the bad part, right? Wholesalers, if you want to break this law, all you got to do is act like you own the house, you own it, and sell it, which is terrible. Okay. This is not what you want to do. This is definitely against the law in those states, which most states you shouldn't even be doing this. What does this mean? This means I go to Facebook. So I go to Facebook and I say, I'm selling 123 Main Avenue for $100,000. Do you see the issue here? You're acting like when you go to Facebook and Craigslist that you're actually selling the house. That is illegal. You can't be doing that. The right thing to do is I'm selling contract, an equitable interest, basically an interest in the property, to buy. Okay. A contract, basically an AK, an interest to buy the property for $100,000. Okay. That is completely A-okay. All right. So that is actually legal. Good to go. Boom. That's legal to do. But when you act like you're selling the house, that's what the law says. So it doesn't really even affect anything. You just can't publicly market and act like you own the property and you're selling it. You have to act like you're selling the contract, which you are. So that's really how that law works. I want people to honestly understand how that works, because it drives me crazy when people say it's illegal in these states, because it's actually not. And I've talked to a lot of lawyers about this, and they can back me up. How the law reads. I hope you guys understand. We have a contract clause in the Constitution, and I'm not going to, I can go in deep dive on that, But it basically gives U.S. citizens the right to write contracts. So that's why that Illinois law is never enforced, because it's actually against the Constitution clause, which basically states every person in the United States is given a right to write contracts on real estate, and we're allowed to sell those contracts. That's how real estate works. It's actually illegal. The issue is there's no state law that can ban you from writing contracts. Okay, it's just the way you do the wording, but it changes a lot. So let's talk about Philadelphia and Arizona. They have what we call intent laws. All right, and these are really like they're participation trophy laws. Okay, what that means: if you write a contract to only option to wholesale it. So if your only option is to wholesale the deal, then they say you need a license, or you need to be a realtor, or you have to disclose all this crazy stuff. If that is your only option. What does that mean? What are other options? Okay. What are other options? Well, there's a lot of options. Okay. So I'll tell you this. I've never intentionally written a contract only to wholesale it. Okay. I have a lot of options. Now, let's say Arizona or Philadelphia says, what was your intent to buy the property? Well, there's a lot of things. Okay. So let's talk about intent. Number one, I can just buy it myself for cash and not even wholesale it. Okay. Buy it for cash. What does that mean? I need hard money, right? I can get a mortgage on the property. Really, anyone can really do this. Like anyone can go and try to get hard money. So there's an option. If you can do it, that is an option. I could buy it for cash, right? Number two, theoretically, you can buy it for cash. Number two, you can buy it with your partner, which is going to be your cash buyer. Maybe you guys are going to go in at 50-50, right? Potentially, or 99.1%, right? Maybe your cash buyer has the intent to buy it all cash with you, and maybe you guys do the deal together in a new LLC or something, right? Hey, that's another option. Number three, maybe I could wholesale it. Who knows? Wholesale it. Maybe. That's an option. Maybe. It's an option. Right? There's a lot of other things I can do on this, right? Like there's a lot of options I can go out here and buy the property. So actually, let's just do this. Let's do these three. Okay. So if I get busted, okay, let's say we get quote unquote busted, which has never happened before in Arizona and never actually happened in Philadelphia. But let's say we get busted. Let's do worst case scenario. Oh my God, you are trying to not pay and you're not a realtor and you're trying to wholesale. What's going on? You have the sole intention to wholesale it. No, I didn't. I went through my options. I actually intended to either buy it for cash, buy it with my partner, or wholesale it, right? I'm most likely, my number one option is always to buy it for cash. Because if I get hard money and make $1 million on the house, I'm going to do that. So I actually bought it with the intention to buy it cash. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. It didn't pan out too well. And you know what? I decided I just didn't want to buy this thing cash. The economy kind of worried me. So I just wholesaled it instead. Wait, so you said you said you had three options and not just one? Dang it. Oh, there's nothing I can do, Scooby-Doo. Right? Like that's what they do. Shoot, you had three options. Dang it. Right? That's what happens. Okay. Like they just write that law to try to scare you to stop wholesaling. And honestly, it's actually best for the community because that means there's less wholesalers. But really, if you have your intention is to do any of these three things, which I think everyone's intention is, let me give everyone a thing. Okay. Talk to a cash buyer or talk to your mortgage, talk to somebody, right? For if you're in my market and you're able to get a property that is worth $500,000 for under contract for $5,000 and we're going to make $495,000 on it, intend to buy it. I will give you the hard money. I'll give you $500,000 for it, and I'll give you 30% interest, and I'll make a ton of money on it too. And now your intention is to buy it. We'll buy it together, and that's perfectly legal. So if you can get a property for 99% off, I will personally give you the loan. Now, most of you guys aren't going to do that, but that now you have from Zach, option 1 already confirmed. Option number 2 confirmed for the cash buyer, and option number 3, you can potentially wholesale it. Now everybody in those states are legally protected. So guess what? Now you're legal. Shocker, right? So that's how wholesaling laws are done. Just letting you know, stop freaking out over it because I just showed you how to get around these, right? And I'm not a lawyer. Seek professional legal advice. Before you tie your shoes, talk to a lawyer. Those are all my recommendations. I think you should talk to a lawyer before you do anything, okay? I should probably talk to a lawyer before I even breathe, but I'm legally breathing without lawyer's consent. So what are we going to do, okay? So remember, guys, I'll tell everybody, and I'll write this down just because people get upset. Talk with a lawyer. I have to say this, and I will say this. There's lawyers at title companies. There's lawyers that you can hire. There's lawyers everywhere. But for legal disclaimer reasons, because I have so many people stick it following me and people get really butthurt, especially realtors, I will say this. And my lawyer says I need to say this more so I don't get in trouble. Okay? Talk with a lawyer before you do anything. Okay? My hands are clean. Now I'm clean because I said it. Talk to a lawyer before you do anything. All right? Before you get in your car today, call the lawyer and say, is it legal for me to drive? Just do it. Before you wholesale, talk to a lawyer, whatever, right? They're free at title companies, by the way. I want people to understand that. There are actually, a lot of them are free at a title company. You got to use that title company, but they're free at a title company. So just people understand that, okay? That being said, I hope you guys understand that. It's legal, right? People get so freaked out, okay? And now we're going to the next part in 2023, okay? I know I'm going on rants here, but it's for the people, okay? So the next question is, how do I win? Okay? This is the most important question you have to ask yourself. How do I win in 2023? Okay? 2023, how do I win? All right? There's a lot of options how to win, but there's very specific ways to do it. Okay? So let's kind of break these down. All right? Let's talk about bullet point number 1. Care more about your seller. Care more about your seller over the house. That's how you win number 1. This is going to be our game plan. Care more about the seller and their issue than the real estate property. Your motivated seller will go with you over the competition 90% of the time if you do that. Number 2, boost your marketing game. Let's make it even more simple, okay? Market more. More. I don't care what you did this year. More next year. Don't stop. Keep talking to more sellers. Just keep doing it. Also, increase quality. Quality lists. I'm challenging everybody. Do 2 lists that are really hard to pull. Like really difficult for you. I want you to make this goal for 2023 that you're going to start marketing consistently to 2 really tough lists. Water shutoff, probate, these type of lists that you haven't been pulling before. Go after the really difficult type of lists, right? And that is how you're going to win in 2023. All right. Next part. This is very important. We are going to build a real relationship, build rapport, and follow up with cash buyers. You're going to spend a lot more time with cash buyers this year, but it's going to help you sell the deal so much easier. All right. So I want people to understand that it's actually going to get a lot easier to wholesale deals with cash buyers if you have that rapport built. And I'm challenging everybody to do that. This is going to help you win. All right. And most importantly, okay, it's going to be the most important part. All right. Whenever I understand this, just do more. And I don't know how to say this the right way, but I kind of said this before too, but like this is for everything. All right. Increase the volume, because the more you do, the more effort you put into this, the more effort, it's just going to make you more lucky. All right. More lucky. All right. And that's really kind of the topic of today. If you want to get luckier at getting a wholesaling deal and just make more money, you want to make more money, just do more. Statistically, the more effort you're going to put in this business, the more money you're going to make. Okay. The more leads, the more you talk to, the more effort, the more drawing for dollars, more reverse drawing for dollars, right? It's just going to lead you to more deals. And honestly, that's going to help you out a lot. Stop caring about the competition. Okay. It doesn't matter. Stop caring. Start helping the seller more. And it'll help you out so stinking much. Okay. And like I've said before with Coachflation and the more people getting into it, what are the top lists to be going after? Okay. So top 2023 lists. These are going to be the lists that are going to be probably well known in 2024. Okay. So in 2024, everyone's going to be doing these lists, but no one's really doing them right now. Okay. Number one, probates. When our followers increase, there's going to be more people doing probates. So do the probates right now. Two, reverse drawing for dollars. Not a lot of people in your market are doing reverse drawing for dollars now. I'm telling you, if our following doubles, there's going to be double the amount of people doing it. And if you're doing it, there's going to be another type of person like that doing it in your market. So increase that. Number three, these are just going to be every type of government list. All right. The liens, water shut off. You can even do the arrest record list, right? Bail bondsmen, stuff like that. It's going to be even more. So for 2023, before we get more followers, I want you guys, because in 2024, it's going to get a lot more saturated to do, and we have game plans for everybody, right? But pretty much everyone in the wholesaling community is going to be watching us. That's what we do. Even the gurus are going to start. The gurus are going to actually start getting worse results. So they're actually going to start telling people to do this. They're going to claim they invented it, which is going to be the funniest thing ever. But they're going to start telling people to do that. In 2024, the gurus are going to tell everyone to do this because they see me making a bunch of money in my business and I don't have to sell courses. They're going to start telling you guys to do it. And it's actually going to give them good results, which means they're going to start telling you to do it more. So I hope you guys understand that these are going to be the three lists to be going after the most. Now, obviously the PropStream list, the freewholesaling.com type list, right? Those are great, but understand that the top ones for people just in general to watch this, these are going to be the lists you should be going after and doing. Okay. And so let's talk about the last part. And this is for my virtual wholesalers and people in markets in general. Okay. So let's talk about my virtual peeps out here because we're getting a lot of virtual peeps. Okay. The best virtual markets. Okay. So the best virtual market to be going after is a market with a low ARV and a high population. If you want to get the most amount of deals, low ARV, and high population, this will yield you the most deals. Now, if you want to get the most profit in virtual or in person, a market with a below average ARV plus a high population. This will actually give you the best margins for your deals, the best bang for your buck for making the most money. These are going to start getting $20,000, $25,000, $30,000, $50,000 deals. A below market ARV with a high populations. Okay. Specifically, there's a lot more rentals in these areas. There's a lot more cheaper real estate. So what's a low ARV market, in my opinion? I would probably say 150K or less. I call that low ARV, okay? Get a lot of deals doing that. Now, below average, I'd probably say 250K or less. And that's for the average, like 3-bedroom, okay? So you look at a 3-2. 3-2s are 150 or less, it's low ARV. If a 3-2 is 250 or less, it's a low ARV. That should help you understand where in wholesaling you should be going after. And what's a high population? I would say if a city is over 100,000, Okay. That's what I'm calling a high population. Not counting city. Okay. The city is over 100,000. That's going to be the best marks to be going after. So make sure y'all screenshot this. I don't know, make sure y'all do it. Remember, it's going to be on the YouTube channel forever. So y'all can watch the replay a billion, cajillion, cavillion times. But that's really it for 2023. Now, the one last thing I want you guys to understand is this is the least important one, but I want you guys to understand that a lot of people get really freaked out in bigger markets, right? And they're scared of iBuyers, right? They're scared of open letter. Not open letter, open door, offer pad. They're scared of those companies. Nothing bad about these companies, but these companies are getting hurt because these companies try to overpay for the property, charge you a 10% marketing fee, and then they try to relist the house. And Silicon Valley thinks they're really good at it. Opened all these iBuyers. Zillow lost billions of dollars trying to do this, and it's a terrible strategy. And nobody's ever made this really crazy profitable. But I just want you guys to understand some things like Opendoor ain't doing too good. Okay. Like recently here. So stop freaking out over iBuyers. I think a lot of wholesalers freak out over iBuyers. But like Opendoor just cut 18% of its staff. They're losing billions of dollars, right? Let's see here. Stock price is going down. They lost 88% of their value in the past 12 months, right? They're struggling really hard. They lost $328 million, okay, last year. In the third quarter, holy moly. So that means they lost $1.2 billion trying to wholesale, okay? They lost $1.2 billion trying to wholesale real estate in 2022. So just understanding that, don't worry about these people, okay? They will be going away. Now, how they get this, their operating expenses are growing, right? It's bleeding cash like crazy. They got rid of a huge amount of their staff, right? They're in big trouble, okay? And their balance sheet's not looking good. Let's see here. Offer cohort and purchases. They're not doing well. Okay. Like I'm telling you, they have billions of dollars that they're losing every single year. Not looking good. Okay. And real estate's going to stay the same. So they're going to keep losing billions. So stop caring about these big iBuyers. And that's one last thing I want to say, that even last year I was saying like they're losing a ton of money. And now it's shown because they're public companies how much money they're losing. That's why Zillow stopped. They can't afford to spend billions of dollars losing money in wholesaling, right? So, well, technically house flipping, but that's pretty much it. So let's see if I can help anybody out. Let's see what questions we have here. Let's see if I can help the people out here. But really in wholesaling real estate, that's it, right? I think so many wholesalers get really freaked out over this. But yeah, don't worry about the legalities of wholesaling. You're legal. You're fine. Don't freak out over it. You're fine. Trust me, guys. Okay. I just think a lot of wholesalers really think that the end is here. A lot of gurus are trying to scare you to buy a course, right? Don't be buying these stupid broke guru courses. Okay. They don't make any money. They're broke and they just don't know what they're doing. Okay. So just stop talking to these broke gurus. They can't help you out with anything. So let's talk to some people one-on-one. Let's see what question. We got a lot of people pumped up, excited for today, and really learning for 2023 exactly what to do. And I'll give more of a action plan guide closer to 2023. And I want to get Rick's opinion on everything because his opinion is slightly different, but our consensus is still the same, that work your butt off, still make a bunch of money. But like, it's pretty cool. All right. Let's see. Facebook user says, I have a motivated seller off a code violations list. We already spoke, but I don't know what to say. So if you don't know what to say to a motivated seller, just think of MCTP. Motivation, condition, time frame, price. So if I'm talking to a motivated seller, I'm going to go to motivation. Hey, Mr. Seller, why are you looking to sell the property? C, condition. Can you tell me a little about the property? Is it 3-bedroom, 2-bedroom? How's the property? Does it need any repairs? So you get next here, you go to time frame. When you're looking to sell the property, you're looking to sell the property in a month, a year, like when you're looking to sell it. And then that's MCTP, and then P basically is price, how much you're looking to sell it for. So if you're talking to a motivated seller, just stick to MCTP, and you won't have any struggle talking to a seller, right? You're going to know exactly what to say, and that's going to yield you the best results. Let's see. So you must follow the state's laws. Yeah, I think a lot of wholesalers get really confused with this, but yeah, Opendoor stock, don't worry about it. Okay, it's going down. So if you want to talk to me absolutely for free one-on-one, just go to Wholesaling Houses for Real. That's my free real estate wholesaling, basically Mastermind, where we teach wholesaling real estate absolutely for free. It's an awesome community. We're approaching 80,000 members, which is amazing. I love it. I'm telling you guys, this is just probably going to double. All right. So I hope everybody understands that our following is probably hopefully going to double by next year, which means there's going to be a lot more wholesalers in your market. So I'm just letting everybody know. Just be careful out here. All right. But yeah, go here on the pinned Zach Ginn, hop on here, join the YouTube right there to hop on, talk to us. And that's how you're going to hop on and watch the YouTube. And then the StreamYard link's right here to hop on StreamYard and see it. So let's get it. Ephraim's very upset at what I said. So I'm so sorry, Ephraim. People want to know what's going on in wholesaling. So I think it's funny. All right. So if you hop on there, you get the StreamYard link. Talk to me absolutely for free, one-on-one. So we got Esmeralda. What is up?
Oh, here we go. Unmute. Zach. Wow. I'm so excited, man. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful to have this time with you.
Good morning for you.
Oh yeah. How's your day going so far?
It's flat every day above ground. It's an amazing day. You can't have any complaints. So I'm doing great.
That's so true. We got our hearts pumping and we got air to breathe, man. What else?
That's it. Got air in the lungs. You're good to go.
Hey, Zach. All right, man. I don't know what to do. And I don't even know if this is a good deal or not, but I got a call from a bandit site that I put up, I would say like 7 months ago when I was trying to do deals in not Sacramento, Stockton, California. I live an hour away. But before I talked to you and you were like, hey, you might want to also do virtual, then I pretty much started focusing on virtual 3 months ago. But I got a call and he said, hey, I looked at your bandit sign. He's in a really rough spot. He hasn't paid his mortgage for 2 months. He's got about $15,000 in credit card debt. So my guess is like he's really motivated, and he kept saying, I just want to get up from under this, He said his ship is sinking fast and he wants to get out of this. So to me, that's like, woo, high motivation. But okay, so we're talking Stockton, California here. And so I don't know if my MAO is right. So I thought I'd call in. And then also, he still owes a lot on his mortgage.
Is this a seller or a wholesaler?
This is a seller.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's the question here?
Okay. So the question is, pretty much, I don't know if this is a deal. There's a lot of motivation, but he owes. So the property on Zillow, I know what it's. So the property on Zillow is worth $321,000. Okay. So I figure, based off what I saw on Realtor.com, Redfin, and Zillow, my maximum allowable offer is about half of that, so about $157,000.
Okay.
But okay, so that's what I'm thinking. Does that sound right to you?
So I mean, what are the comps showing on this?
So they're all showing, from what I saw, around 300, 290.
Okay. And what does he need to sell it for?
Say again?
How much does he need to sell it for?
Okay, that's the thing. So in order for him to pay the mortgage and all of his debt, plus an FHA loan that he told me about, he's going to have to need about $240,000.
Perfect.
So, okay. Whew, okay, you said perfect, and I have no idea why. Can you please explain?
Offer him $250. Then make, 10, 15 grand on the deal.
Offer him, okay.
Offer him $250.
Offer him $250, but aren't I supposed to offer like the lowest that I can? Right?
You can, but make it a win-win. So he makes some money, you can make some money.
Oh, okay. I think you just blew my mind. Wait. So what you're saying is my maximum.
He needs an incentive to sell the property. And he's going to get nothing for it, and you can give him a little more, and you're still going to make a ton of money. Do it. Offer him $250, but make it very firm, because you're going to make 10 grand. He's going to get some 10 grand on. It's going to be a win-win for everyone.
Wow. Okay. So you're saying offer him $250. That way he can get it. He can pay all his stuff and still have 10,000. And then I get 10,000.
Yeah. Or you can ask him, how much do you need to walk away with this? Like, do you need $5,000? Like, how much do you need? Like, obviously this property needs a lot of work, and just shut up and see what he says. Maybe he says, I need 2,000, or I just want to get rid of it. Then you don't have to offer that much, right? You only will know how much they're willing to sell it for by just asking, right? And what you ask is what you'll receive.
Okay. So when you said ask him, I did ask him, and he said he wanted 300, but I told him, hey, would you be willing to go? Would you be willing to lower the price if we'd get this done fast? And then he said 280, and then I tried to go lower, and he said 275 is the lowest he'll go.
You
So
just got to lowball them.
so low ball. Okay, so the low
So
ball.
here's it, Esmeralda. Hey, I talked to my partner Zach. We looked at the deal, and after looking at everything, he said we need to buy this thing for $250,000. Not that it'd be nice if we could, or we want to be at this right. We're at 250,000. This is our firm. Make it clear.
Wow. Okay, so the thing is though, so I'm guessing it doesn't matter that this property is pretty much, he bought it pretty much fixed up. So it's pretty new. Like the roof is only 3 years old. The air and the heating is about 3 years old. Everything is pretty much new. And he said you probably only need about 3 to 5 grand to kind of make it up to standards, like up to current.
Esmeralda, we can debate this all day. Let's just get the lowest price we can and see what a cash buyer is willing to pay it for.
Wow. Okay.
You don't know how much the cash buyer is willing to pay it for. I don't. Let's get it locked up and ask.
Get it locked up and ask. You're blowing my mind. I think what you're trying to tell me is I'm overthinking this. Offer him 150 and let's see what he says.
Esmeralda, I'm dumb. You're dumb. We're all dumb because we don't know how much it's going to sell for. I can't tell you. Nobody can tell you.
Gotcha.
So just go out here, right? Like if it's like, so you got a pair of sneakers that's used. It's like actually, no, let's do this. It's like, you got a do you know how much a Michael Jackson vinyl from 1984 of Thriller is worth right now?
I have no clue.
Me neither. Why don't we just go and ask a Michael Jackson fan how much they're willing to buy it for?
Wow.
Let's ask 10 of them. And then they're like, I'll pay $15 for it. I'll pay 20 for it. I'll pay $5. I'll pay you $1. Okay. Well, generally I know how much it's going to worth. And then boom, go from there. Lock up the deal first though.
Lock up the deal, get an agreement signed. Okay. I got a quick question for you. Stockton is about an hour away, but because this is like a deal that's possible, maybe the first one that I'm like, oh shit, this might be my first. Should I drive over there? Do you think, like at the property? Because I've heard you
let
say
him know you're at 250, and if he doesn't scoff at that, meet him.
Okay. So if he agrees to be around 250, I'll say something like, hey, can I meet you at the property tomorrow or something?
Well, here's the thing, Esmeralda. All right, he might say I can't do 250. But I'm probably at 260.
Okay.
What you're going to say, ready? Well, you know what, Mr. Johnson? We're in a ballpark. I think we're in a right range here. Let me just look at the house. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Maybe the house is worth a lot more. Let's go out and actually look and see. I think we're in the right range. I think we can make something happen. How about we meet Tuesday or whatever and go see it?
Wow.
And boom. And then you go out there, you pick apart the property and explain why you're at 250 and stay at that price and get it locked up.
Wow. Okay. All right. Wow. This is so helpful.
Of course.
Goodness grace. Okay. All right. I'm just allowing the info that you gave me to sink in because I thought I was supposed to offer way less, but
I mean, if he's not going to get any money, I don't think that's a win-win. And if you can make some money, I'd help the people out, right?
I see what you're saying. Okay, it's sinking in. I think I understand what you're saying here. Gotcha. All right, man, Zach, this is perfect. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for your time.
Of course, I appreciate it.
You just took me out of some confusion that I was in. So
that's why I'm here to help. I mean, I would love to make 50 grand on each deal, but some deals just I can't, right? And so, unfortunately, I'll make a $5,000 check if I have to. Like I do $5,000 deals every month. I don't like them, but I'm still going to take $5 grand, right? It's better than nothing. So
yeah, I hear you. And this is my first deal. So really what I'm after for me, what gold would be experience and like being able to like, oh shit, even if it's like a freaking penny, it's like, I got a penny for wholesaling.
Do it.
All right, man. Thank you so much, Zach.
Have a great one, Esmeralda.
So much.
Boom. Awesome. Love helping the people out. YR.
Hey, what's up, Zach?
I'm blessed. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Just really quickly, pretty much just need what I'm doing. So I'm full-time now doing straight calls. So I finished driving for dollars, about 300 contacts, and I have code violations sitting here about to start calling. And am I doing everything right? So full day, I'm just calling nonstop. Is there any like specific list that you'd recommend? I always hear you recommending government lists. Anything that you would do differently maybe in what I'm doing right now?
So if you're cold calling, there's three really important things I have to understand to see if you're going to be successful or not.
Mm-hmm.
Number one is the list. Number two is the script. Number one is the list. Number two is the script, and number three is the volume. And then actually, let's add four. Let's add skip tracing. But like, all right, let's call it four. All right. So there's four things if you're cold calling for me to know if you're going to be successful. It's going to be, ooh, all right. That's going to be your list, your script, your skip tracing, and your volume. So let's break those four down.
Okay. List. So lists, government lists, primarily. I don't know. I tried to request like specific lists of fire damages, water shutoffs, but they Dallas.
Okay.
And then they just kind of send me one list full of them, which is fine. But I have that. I'm also pulling land lists and driving for dollars.
Okay. What specifically on the land list are you doing?
Anywhere in DFW, pretty much.
Well, do you filter that out?
Yeah, high equity, or they outright own it, and then I look for. I usually focus, so I'd look up recent sales, and I'd focus maybe on that area.
Bro, that's terrible.
Okay.
All right. It's like looking for a good cheeseburger, and then you're just filtering out places that sell hamburgers too.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're not going to find a good cheeseburger. You got to go by the reviews.
Okay.
And where are the reviews, right? You got to look at where most of these deals on land come from. They're from people that own less than 5 acres of land. Maybe Dallas, let's say 15 acres, right? Or less than 10 properties. Filter those people out.
Okay.
All right. If they own more than 15 pieces of land, they're probably not going to be a good land seller. I would go after people that own a little less and make sure the value of the land is under $1 million.
Okay.
Like I mean, I hate to tell you, but people are less willing to take a discount on a $50 million piece of land than on a $500,000 one.
Mm-hmm.
The majority of the big deals are under $1 million for land.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's fine. And then what's the other list you said?
And then just driving for dollars.
Okay. Are you reverse trying for dollars at all?
No, I haven't, but that's
Why
on my
not?
list. Need to be doing that.
Why not?
I've just been calling all day long. So from 8 a.m. till 8 p.m., I'm calling.
Why don't you reverse drive for dollars and you don't have to call that list anymore? It saves you a bunch of time. You get sellers coming to you, and then it's cheaper.
Okay.
Why not?
No, I
just
just haven't
saying.
done it. No, I will.
All right.
Do
Well,
it today
I mean,
then.
you're killing yourself, bro. I don't like seeing people work harder than they should. You know, it's like you're walking to the grocery store when you could just have a bike. It's so much easier.
Yeah.
And you're doing the same work, right? And so, okay. So you're cold calling, and what's your script?
You're gonna hate me for this. It's not the script that the PDF script.
Are you using a guru script?
No. I'm just using just kind of what feels right.
What feels right?
With a combination of your script. So it's something like this: ring, ring. Hello, hey, this is Jan. How are you? Like, get the person's name. Okay, is this the owner for this address? Yes, no. Okay, I'm just curious if you'd possibly be open for a cash offer. And they say yes, no. Depending on how that conversation goes, then I'll either continue or just move on to the next person.
Okay. So you're saying you do it whatever feels right. Is the amount of deals you're doing this month feeling right?
Not at all.
So maybe we should shift that, right? If you're doing what feels right and you don't feel right about the amount of deals you're doing, maybe you should switch shift the script.
Yeah. No, I completely. When I say it feels right, just keep the tone and the conversation like.
The amount of deals you're doing does not feel right. So you should not be doing what's feeling right for the scripts. Unless you've closed a lot of deals, what you think that feels right is probably not going to be the best. Now, don't get away from your personality, but stick to the script.
Yeah.
That's why people that use guru scripts get guru results. You're not using guru script there, but you're not really using the script that we're saying. So
No. The flow of the script, that's what I'm using. So you want to do the script right now, and then just kind of see where the conversation goes, and then tell me if I'm doing it right or wrong.
Sure.
Okay. Ring ring.
Hello?
Hey, is this Zach?
This is Zach. Who is
Hey
this? What do
Zach.
you want?
Yeah, this is Jan. I was just calling because I came across you over at 123 Main Road. Are you the owner?
Yeah, what do you want?
Yeah, just wanted to see if you'd be open to a cash offer by any chance.
What's your offer?
Well, that's a good question. Like I said, I just
What is it?
passed. I haven't decided on the offer yet. I really need to
You don't have an
see the
offer?
house first. I do have an
Okay.
offer for you.
Okay, what is it?
I need to for me to have an offer for you, I need to take a look at the house.
Why?
If
I mean,
have you ever
can look it up and
have you
tell me
ever bought a car without looking at
a
it?
what? Without looking at
Have
it?
you
No,
ever
I've
bought a
looked at a car.
Okay, so before you buy a car, you'd want to check it out. Is it driving nice? Is it, in a good condition, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so that's essentially what I want to do the same with the house. Before I give you an offer, I'm interested, but before I give you an offer, I need to take a look at it.
Okay.
Perfect. So, could you tell me a little bit about the house?
It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath.
Okay. What about, the condition of the roof, the inside? Is it been
The roof's
remodeled
pretty good.
recently?
The roof's good.
Okay. Good, like, is it in, like, how old is it?
I think it's 4 years old.
4 years old. Okay. Anything else?
Nope,
No.
not really. I think it's in decent condition.
Okay. Sounds good. Well, let's see. Let me talk to my partner, and then come back to you and give you an offer for it.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. So
So you're going to give me an offer next time you call me?
on the comps, see what I can offer you.
What's a
and then
comp?
comps, competitive comparables.
I don't know what you're talking about, Mr. Jan here. This is
No, I
confusing.
thought we were off the phone. Oh,
You didn't say
okay,
goodbye to
okay.
me.
My bad. Okay, so you're still the
No,
seller.
that was, bro. You don't even know if I was looking to sell the property or not. Like you asked me if I was interested. And
Oh, the reasoning. Okay, the
you didn't
pain.
even ask you didn't even know if I was motivated.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I
You just went
forgot.
that whole spiel and like you just wasted a bunch of time doing that, right? And now you're going to go on a property that person doesn't
Yeah,
want
I
to sell it.
completely forgot. My bad. I got nervous.
Bro, if you have a script, you being nervous, you won't have any my bads because you'll have a script.
Yeah.
MCTP. You gotta go through MCTP. You're talking to somebody who doesn't even want to sell his house.
Yeah.
Just wasting your time, dude. You didn't go through MCTP.
MCTP.
So
Okay, so perfect my script. Use the Flip and Rick script. Reverse drive for dollars. Using sticky notes. What else? Anything else you'd recommend? That. Okay. 100% focus on that. All sounds good.
all right, man. I'm not doing this to be mean. I'm just telling you, you got to change your script up, bro. Like,
No, yeah, for
I
sure.
want you to get good results because you're going to sound like every other wholesaler, dude. If you sound like every single wholesaler, you're going to get the results that they do.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you.
All right. Keep it up, dude.
Yeah. Bye.
Oh, all right. Guys, I'm telling you, if you don't use the script we do, and you use a script that you feel like, you're going to get the results that maybe you don't want to feel like, right? You got to do it. Kaylin, you're muted.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, what's up, man?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Dude, every day is a blessing.
That's good. Yes. I want to first start off by thanking you and your dad, of course. Man, I've been following for a long time, and it's been a great journey, man. You guys are built into my schedule, dude. So, been a big part of a lot I got going on here.
I love it, man. Thank you so much for the support,
dude. No, thank you. My life is changing so much. So, I just closed my second deal yesterday. It got closed up. And exciting with that, I actually locked up another property yesterday and got it assigned yesterday. So it was kind of crazy. So it's supposed to be closing at the end of the month, and I'm finally at the point of my business where I can ask you. I now have money to put back into the business currently. I've been cold calling since May. I pull government lists tax, tax delinquents, pre-foreclosures and all that good stuff. But I was wondering, what do you recommend in regards to like the next step of maybe producing some inbound leads, because all outbound is getting kind of crazy.
Yeah, I completely agree. So how much did you make?
So I just yesterday I got paid 5,000.
Woo!
And then it is a JV, but the one that I closed yesterday and got assigned yesterday is going to be 24,000.
Oh my gosh, man! And I'm telling you, dude, when you watch the YouTube channel, you actually follow the advice I'm saying, you're going to get
wholesaling.com.
Bro, I'm telling
do
you.
it.
I'm telling you, I'm glad, man. That's awesome, dude. What market are you in again?
I'm in Milwaukee.
Milwaukee, bro. I'm not going to talk about Milwaukee, okay? Because I want to do you a favor.
Yeah, man.
Milwaukee's terrible. Don't wholesale there. Yeah, it's the worst market ever. All right. So you're into some inbound marketing. So you got some money coming in.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So I have two things for you. I actually had to do this. So number one, have you written out the 4 top wholesalers in Milwaukee? Do you know who they are?
No.
Figure it out.
Okay, so when you say figure it out, I am associated with someone, the person I JV with, he's like an active person. We have very good relationship.
Cool.
And I actually was recommended him from another wholesaler, but I don't know any other big people in the area.
So what I want you to do is talk to title companies, go to real estate groups, and see who are some people doing a lot of deals in Milwaukee.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing. People have egos, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm the biggest, baddest wholesaler in Milwaukee. I'm the greatest. Oh, right.
Mm-hmm.
Guys that are trying to puff and, and bounce their chest off. Oh, I'm the man, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let their ego get in front of them. So you're going to figure out some of this. I've closed $1 million. I love it, right?
Okay.
So I want you to figure out those guys and gals, okay? Once you figure them out, I want you to look up their companies.
Okay.
And what you're going to do is you're going to figure out, hey, these big wholesalers, they're buying properties, they're wholesaling deals in like these 2 zip codes or 3 zip. You're going to find out their top zips.
Okay.
And then you're going to wholesale inbound on those areas, right?
Right.
On top of that, you're going to figure out what their marketing strategies are. You're going to find out what their company's called, look the company up and kind of see how they're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to start trying to copy their styles, right?
Okay.
And here's the truth. This is going to be easy. The easiest way for you to make $100K next year is find somebody in Milwaukee that's making $500,000 and just copy what they're doing. Even if you do it 25% as well, you'll make $100K.
Awesome.
And that's sort of what I want you to do. So are they doing bandit signs? Are they doing drawing for dollars? Like you got to figure out what they're doing and then just kind of copy them. This is how I go into other markets and just crush it, right? Like I find people are doing well. I just copy them and then boom.
Marketing. Okay. Yeah, it's not bandit signs, unfortunately. I did those for months. It didn't work.
Bro.
But awesome. So so you're saying look for the best wholesalers in the area. You said I can ask local title companies. And then so you said look for the top zip, find out their company name, and then look for the top zips they buy in. How would I go about doing that? Finding the top zips.
So if I'm buying property in Milwaukee on Ginn Home Buyers LLC, look up Ginn Home Buyers LLC on public records.
Okay.
Ginn Buyer Home LLC bought this house, whatever house. Find the top cash buyers also. And so you have some cash buyers now, but I want you to find the top 5 cash buyers too, which I think you can find, right? I think you're pretty good at that. What I want you to do is find out where they're buying. Because guess what? If you know this cash buyer is only buying from wholesalers and he bought 10 deals last month and he's buying deals in this area, that means that's where the wholesalers are doing well.
Right.
And then boom, you're going from there. Get some intel. Like, all right, so I know this one cash buyer from virtual. It's how I got some good intel. I'm like, hey, so you're looking to buy some more property? Yeah, cash. I'm like, so I'm just curious because I want to get you some deals from the wholesalers you're buying. What kind of marketing are they doing? I'm just curious to see if I can get more deals to help you out, get you more money. Oh my gosh, this one guy, he's just putting bandit signs out on Main Avenue and he's stapling them because he only cares about him making money, right? Someone won't say that, but like you keep doing all these things, you're going to figure it out. Reverse drawing for dollars is probably going to be your best bet. That's my guess for inbound.
Okay.
Some direct mail, I'd be careful with that, and then probably probate letters. Those are probably my top 3 inbound.
Probate letters. Okay. So would you recommend printing those out by hand and mailing those out like that?
Yeah. For wholesaling.com, we have the free letter template. You can try it like 100, 200 out and see. They're a little more expensive, but
you got a little bit of money now for it.
Yeah. Reverse drawing for dollars probably gonna be the best one, but try some probate mailers out here. Awesome. Or heck, dude, bro, make your money go a little farther. Just put sticky notes on the probate that you find and put, what is this, 500? Put them all out. Why not?
No, some probates. Yeah, probates are awesome, by the way. If anybody's not doing probate, I saw somebody in the chat say I will not do probates. Rethink that.
Dude, I'm
Awesome,
telling you,
man.
there's a lot of old people in Milwaukee, dude.
Yeah.
A lot of probate deals, man. So.
Yeah, yeah, there's a lot of probate deals, man. And yeah, man, and I want to let everybody know too, if it's okay, that like I started in May. I got one deal in August, but I haven't had a deal since August. And I did start with money in my bank account, and I got down to $250, and I was actively taking interviews. So that's how close it came for me, but that's like grinding like literally 6 days a week. Like I don't think people realize like how much it really takes, because I've had to like really shed a lot of the things in my life in order to like, get consistent enough to even produce leads, and then to follow up those leads. You're not, when you talk to somebody, they're not going to a lot of times sell you the house the same day. You got to build a relationship and talk to them for months. You know what I mean? And that's what I've learned for the couple deals I've had, man. So thank you guys.
It's so momentum, man. Right. So like you're starting to get some deals.
Yeah.
And then when you get one deal, the second deal kind of pops off, right? And then the
Right.
third deal, once you hit 4 or 5, they start popping off even more. It's just momentum, man, right?
Right.
And just it's like a video game, right? Your rating goes up, and it's just easier for you to do well. And
right.
keep the momentum going. Don't
Mhm.
stop the momentum, and the momentum is your marketing. So, dude, I love it, man. Like I was at my last $300 too. Like,
Right.
it's a tough game when you're broke, but like if you
Right.
just keep it up at the effort, you're gonna do well. Kaylin, I love your story, man.
Dude, I just like overwhelmed. It's like, I don't know. It's crazy, man, because it's just been such a grind for years, man. And just thank you guys so much, man. And thank you really for like, not even just the content, but for showing up day after day, dude. And just the consistency, and it helps me stay consistent. I'm sure it helps other people, a lot of other people in the same way. I literally sit here, dial. I'm listening when you guys were on at 4, and now it's like a little bit before. I've moved my dial time back a little bit. I'm actually gonna do more. Still listening to you, man. So thank you.
You know why I did that? Because most people are dialing 2 to 7.
Right.
So why don't you do it
I
earlier?
was.
Not, 5 to 7 is the most important dialing time. So I'm like, why am I doing this? This is stupid, right? Let me help the people out. And that helped me out so much, dude. I'm just telling you, you coming out here showing off, that's great. I love it, man. But what I can tell you is I do it for you, but I also do it for the people that aren't showing that it's going results. There's a lot of people right now where you're at on, the worst you had. There's thousands like that watching. And that's why I show up every single day. Because if I can lift those people up, that's what happens. And I help lift you up, and I will lift everyone else up. So
dude, I'm so grateful, man. I'm so grateful. But yeah, I'll definitely get on looking up top wholesalers in the area, and then looking up top cash buyers and kind of seeing what they're looking for too. Found a very serious cash buyer yesterday who purchased the property sight unseen, man. Dude, crazy. But all right, brother. I think that's all I have for you.
Dude, this is what my final thoughts were for today. This is why I put Kakashi on here. Okay. He's called the Copy Ninja. All right. Do you know who he is?
Yeah, of course. I love Naruto.
All right. He's the Copy Ninja. So how does he whoop everyone's butts? He's his Sharingan, and he copies their moves.
Right.
And then now you copy my move. We're equal now, right?
Right.
So if you find a good wholesaler, copy them, do what they're doing, your results are going to be equal to them. So if you got a guy making $500,000, you do exactly what they do, and you got the right script, you're going to make $500,000.
Boom.
That's it, dude.
I love it. All right, brother. I appreciate you so much, Zach. Good to see you, brother. And I'll update you soon on the next one.
All right, man. Keep it up, dude. Appreciate it.
All right, peace, brother.
Have a blessed one. Yeah, I was going to say this at the end, but because of what Kaylin was saying, it was pretty similar, right? Why do you think we put him on? He's the copy ninja. Be the copy ninja of wholesaling, all right? Use your eye. Copy what the top people are doing in your market. I promise you, if you copy the top wholesalers in your market, what they're doing, if you want to be like them, so if you want to make $500,000 a year in wholesaling, find somebody in your market that's doing $500,000, copy what they're doing. Hey, if they're making $500,000 trying for dollars and they're doing 500 leads if they're doing 500 leads every single week, do that. Use the scripts we have at my free wholesaling course. Guess what? If you do what they're doing, you'll end up having the same results as them. Now, you got to get some more confidence, get the scripts going, but I'm telling you, if you want to be like them, you're going to do really well. Guys, I'm telling you, in wholesaling real estate, if you want to get the results of somebody you look up to, do what they do. I promise you, if you do what I do in my own market, the amount of marketing that I do, you will make millions of dollars just like me. And that's how it works, guys. Just copy exactly the top people and you'll do very well, right? So I'm telling you guys, this is your year. This is your year for success, and love helping the people out. Hello.
Hi, Zach. How are you?
Hey, how are you?
Good, thank you. So I have a question about, I'm following your strategy about
Where are you?
I'm from North Carolina.
What's going on in North Carolina? Like, is this spray? I hear spraying.
Oh, spring? I don't
Are you in
know.
the shower?
No, I'm cooking.
You're cooking.
Yes.
Can you turn the stove off?
Yeah, I will. Just a second.
All right, we'll come to Cadell later. KJ.
Hey, what's up, Zach?
What's up? How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm blessed, man. What's up? How can I help you out?
All right. So I just wanted to. I just feel like I have a schedule, and I just want to make sure like I'm doing more than enough for my business. So can I just break down my schedule?
Let's do it, bro.
All right. So Monday, I call Fizbos. My market is Camden County in Dayton, Ohio. So I call Fizbos in the whole Ohio.
Do you live there?
You said what?
Do you live there?
In Dayton, Ohio? No, I live
Where do you
in
live?
New Jersey.
Where?
New Jersey.
Okay. We're in New Jersey.
South Jersey.
Okay. It's a decent-ish mark. What county is that?
Camden County.
Oh, I thought you meant Camden. There's a million Camden counties. All right. Keep going.
You said keep going?
Yeah. So tell me your question.
All right. So on Tuesdays, I start SMS text blast because I can't really cold call because I work from home and I have a 2-year-old daughter. So it's kind of noisy trying to keep up with her. So I do text campaigns on Tuesday. And that's when I usually follow up. And then Wednesday and Thursday, I usually talk to cash buyers, one in Dayton, one in Camden County. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I do driving for dollars.
Beautiful. You do reverse drawing for dollars at all?
No, I haven't.
I would add that. And here's the thing. If you have a 2-year-old and you got your 2-year-old screaming, which they probably will, your sellers are most likely a dad or a mom.
Okay.
And it's actually a rapport piece, right?
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh, yeah. Are you kidding me? Like, oh, I remember having a 2-year-old. I completely understand. Or that's kind of funny. I have a kid too. Hey, you're a human being. Whoa. Crazy, right? Like it's now if they're screaming their head off, like it's not going to be the best. But like if you're talking to a seller, hey, I'm with the kids right now, but like I'm just, she's sleeping or something. She might be screaming or whatever. No one be like, it's very unprofessional that you have kids. Nobody cares. Okay. Like you're fine, dude. So yeah, you're good, man. Like you get a call from reverse drawing for dollars and you have the kid like, hey, I'm with the kid right now. She might be screaming a little, but you'll be fine.
Okay. All right. I appreciate it. That's all I just wanted to make sure I had a.
Yeah, I think it's good, man. How many drawing for dollars leads have you done this past month?
So last week I did 400.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know if that's enough or not, but
That's enough.
I was just I work like 2 hours a day, like driving for dollars. And and I got 400. I did all the surrounding areas in South Jersey. So I did like Camden County, Burlington County. Pretty much.
I think that's good.
Okay.
Yeah, keep that pace up, dude.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Have a great one.
You too.
Boom. All right. Next we got Clint.
Hey, Zach. First off, good afternoon, brother. How are you?
Dude, I am blessed, man. How are you doing?
I'm good. All thanks be to God. So my first question is, I got this FISBO that I'm about to get on a contract. I'm having trouble with the comps because it's 2 houses in the same subdivision. Would you mind taking a look at it?
Bro, I got one question for you. I think you know what I'm going to ask you.
No, I don't.
Is
Forgive me.
70% of the Zillow listing price?
The listing price is 198. That's what he has there. I did a 0.83 of Well, I mean, wouldn't I need
Don't offer more than 140.
Hmm?
Don't offer more than 140.
That's it. Don't even
That's
worry
it.
about the ARV.
Nope. How long has it
All
been listed for?
I'm gonna look right now. Tell you
Yeah, let
right
me
now.
know.
It's been listed. I should say. Oh, what? 9 days.
9 days. See, the problem is I don't talk to FISBOs unless they've been listed for over 100 days because they're less willing to take a discount on the property.
Yes, I took a risk with that one.
It's not a risk. You're very low chance of getting a deal on a Zillow listed before 100 days because the motivation's not there.
I feel like something's because I feel like it's been there longer, but maybe he took it off and put it back on.
Whatever it is, usually sellers become less delusional after 100 days.
Okay, I got you. So you would,
Yeah.
You said, like you said, don't even worry about the.
Are you running out of FISBOs in your market? Is that why?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
Massachusetts.
Bro, you can't be, dude, you can't be extending like your FISBO. You're going to run out. Anyone can call your own market for FISBOs. You're probably going to run out after a week.
Okay.
Start doing actual deals, code violations, right? Liens, delinquencies. Just start going after those leads. It's going to be a lot better, bro. I promise you.
I got a long list. I'm about to start. I just been skip tracing it. I'm about to start cold calling like crazy.
Yeah. FISBOs only work when they're over 100 days usually.
Okay. So don't even, you think I still shouldn't even try getting it under contract?
Try it.
Okay. Like you said, don't go over 140. All right. Easy. My next question is, you just told the other gentleman to try to copy success, copy what the next big dog is doing. In my area, my state, it's an attorney state, so I can't really go through any title companies to get any information. So my best bet would be going through
Public records.
public records. Help me out.
And you can still, so just search public records for the county.
Okay.
And then also you just ask the cash buyers where they're buying.
Them, what area are they buying? You mean if you go to Zillow for rents and ask them?
No, you got to go to the public records and then go to Facebook groups too. I'd probably go to Facebook groups and find the cash buyers there and ask what company they have and then look up that company and see where they're buying. And that'll give you the good areas. And then ask them who the top wholesalers are in the area. Also go to Facebook groups and ask who the top wholesalers in whatever area you're in. And then you can find their company up and then reverse do it from there.
Copy, I got you. And after that, the reels would be the next best thing.
Yeah, but I think Facebook would be a little better to find it.
Okay, all right. All right, man. You answered my questions. I appreciate your time.
All right. Have a great one.
You too.
Boom. All right. We're going to have Tony up real quick. Right. Tony, what is up? How can I help you out?
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm blessed, man. How are you?
Good. Today's been a good day so far. I put a code violations list in Macon, and the first guy I called, he said he's interested in selling his house.
Oh,
yeah.
Awesome, man.
So yeah, we already talked about the condition. It's a 3-2. He already put new plumbing, new roof. It's kind of, I guess it would say it's a turnkey. I haven't seen it yet, but he pretty much made it sound like, everything's updated. I tried to run the comps in the area, but all the numbers are different. So I wouldn't know how to offer him,
Lowball.
Lowball?
Lowball.
Just lowball it? Okay.
Lowball him. What's an offer that you're uncomfortable with? And then go down 20% on that.
Okay, because I was thinking.
You probably have a gut number in your mind.
Yeah, I was thinking 80.
20. All right, 80?
Yeah, so
let's do 0.2 of 8. It's 2.8 of 80. 64.
64.
Offer that off the bat.
All right. Okay. And for the contracts, do you have to put the legal description?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Because I try to look at the on the property appraiser, but
call them and ask how you find the legal description if you have a question on it. Macon's pretty simple. Bibb County's pretty easy.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I went on their website and it just says legal description. It says Briarwood sub.
And there's
Zach-
probably a bunch of stuff with there. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
The reason why I'm telling you to lowball, man,
Mhm.
is look at the best case scenario and the worst case scenario. If you lowball the right way, which I teach you for free at freewholesaling.com, the worst case scenario, they say no, you negotiate, you still get the deal, right? Like,
Right.
or they say no to your offer and they just want too much, which is actually that's best case scenario. You don't waste your time. Best case scenario, he says yes to that, or he counters it, but you get a better deal than you would have had if you just offered 80. Maybe you wanted to offer 80, but you offered 64. You renegotiate, you lock it up for 75. You just got $5,000 more for the deal just from lowballing.
True. Yeah.
You got to know exactly how to lowball though. So good cop, bad cop, volley method, dollar bill approach, freewholesaling.com. We got you covered there.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Just condition them.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
man. 64. You know what to do.
All right. I'm gonna call him right after this.
All right, man. I appreciate your action. I appreciate you actually going on here and pulling the list and going after it, dude. Do you live in Macon?
No, I live in SoCal, California.
Okay. Go after it, man. You know what to do.
All right,
Take
man.
it out. You already took the action in the list, dude. You've done 90% of the work. Getting a person that wants to sell is 90% of the effort. So you know what to do, man.
All right, man. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Have a good one, Tony.
You-
Oh, awesome. Have a good one, Tony. I love seeing the people going out here and taking action. So Kitten says, how do you go from 80 to 64? Think of an offer that's going to scare you, then bring it down by 20 to 25%. That's how you do it, guys. That's going to yield you more money. So guys, this is 2023 for wholesaling real estate. You want to know the moral of the story, lowball more, talk to more sellers, do more deals, make more money, and make 2023 the greatest year. Make this the year that actually changes your life. Make this the year that say, you know what, this is my grind year. This was the year that changed everything for me. If you make 2023 the year that you can go back and say, guys, 2018, 2019, those are the years that I was able to look back on my life and say, this was the year when I went from 100K to $500,000 to $1 million. That was the year where I grinded it out. That's where I put all on the line. And it actually created me into a millionaire. It actually gave me the momentum I'm at now and actually made me the person I am today. Make 2023 the year that you do that. And I promise you, if you go out here, grind, take action, and just go after it, you'll do